not do a sin. So you should know that before the sin of Adam Rishon, Adam Rishon kodem ehet. Adam Rishon, before the sin of the tree of knowledge, hayu melachim tzolinu basar v'sanin lo yain. The Gemara Sechet Sanhedrin 59b says the angels used to make shashlik for him, and they used to strain wine for him, and he didn't have to work for anything. Everything was handed to him. And then it says only after the sin, rak achar kach nigzar alav bezet apecha tochal lechem. Only after we sinned, it was decreed, by the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread. So you see that he was punished. Ne'enash sheyagia lasik tarchav. He was punished now to get the food that he wants and to get the things that he needs. He'll have to work hard. You have to do ishtadlut. You have to make a lot of effort. But before, it was all bliss. It would come to you automatically. It was the original way Hashem wanted the world to work. Is that He should give you everything for free. He should give you everything without working. You would be spiritual. You focus on your spiritual needs, and you don't have to do any physical labor. And that's it. And you will get what you need. V'zeu begeder onish, and therefore the ishtadlut is considered a punishment. But the point is, what you see from here is that originally HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted us not to be busy with other things besides for spirituality. And therefore He would give us all these physical things that we need automatically. But now that we did the sin, Hashem cursed all of mankind. They have to work hard to be able to get the parnasah and to get the physical things they need. And you should know, being proud of working so many hours a day, or being proud that you fulfilled your ishtadlut, is like being proud of fulfilling a curse. Imagine a guy, he's from Canaan, right? They're cursed to be slaves. And while he's working as a slave, see, I'm a slave, I'm proud, you see how much I work, look, you're fulfilling a curse. What is there to be proud about? So a person is working all day. Look, you see, I work, rabota, you see, I should be proud. But you're fulfilling a curse. What is there to be proud about? Okay, you should be proud that I should fulfill as least as I can as this. I work a few hours a day, and Baruch Hashem, that gives me parnasah. I do at least as good as possible, and I go and focus on my spiritual needs. A person who has the other way around, he misunderstood. He doesn't realize why we work. Today, to work is a curse. We'd rather go. I know a lot of people. They became doctors, became lawyers, became very big professionals, and at the end of the day, he says, I wish I was you. I wish I was like a coal guy. At the end of the day, I don't care to sign all these papers and talk about all these people who have nothing to do with me. I just want to get it over with so I can come home, learn my Gemara, see my family, be with the people I care about, do the things that really matter to me. All this stuff is just, it's just a fluff. It's just, I have to because I have to. It's a curse. I'd rather lift this away from me. I don't want to be busy with all those things. And therefore, you should know that's the outlook a person should have. This is just a curse. You should try to pray to Hashem to be able to fulfill your ishtadlut in the least way possible. There's some people who work 5 hours a day. There's people who have to work 12 hours a day. But everybody to his own lot, everybody to their own bitachon. But you should know, you shouldn't be proud of it. You have to do ishtadlut. At the end of the day, it's a curse. So he says, also, a person has a tremendous desire now. Before, Yitzhara was outside of Adam Rishon. After Yitzhara became part of him. And therefore, he has more of a tendency to do sins. Therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu did what? And if you would go and not have to work for your needs, you will have a lot of free time. And what happens when you have free time? As sages tell us, idleness, not doing anything, leads to immorality. When you have time to sin, that means you have free time. If you have free time, that's going to lead to sin. That's what Yitzhara gets to you. But if you be busy with other things, a person has a full schedule. Boys in the summer, when they do shtuyot, when they have free time, right? People in the summer, they have to be busy. They have to make a schedule for themselves. They have to be, properly guided. And what? So therefore, Hashem also did the same thing for us. If we would have all this free time and not have to work, we probably have a lot of free time to do averot. So therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu made it. He made it that we have to exert and do efforts. What says, study together with work is good, because the effort of both of them makes sin forgotten. A person's busy, free time in the morning learning, working during the day. In the evening, he learns more. That way he comes home exhausted. He doesn't have time to go do sins now. All his free time was with mitzvot. Working was a mitzvah, learning was a mitzvah, everything was a mitzvah. Therefore he has no time to do sins. But if you had no work, you didn't have to work, so then where do you sit around all day? Sit around, waste time, sit around, do averot, chas v'shalom, sit around, get involved with politics, get involved with looking at inappropriate things, chas v'shalom, all these things. Therefore you should see that what? The HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He gives a person ishtadlut to save him from sin and to fulfill the curse. Therefore, we should look at ishtadlut not something that we're excited for. Rather, we should realize it has a purpose, and we should remember what its purpose is. And at the end of the day, all is to fulfill the curse, to fulfill the need that Hashem gave us. But then the day Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us because He decided to. We realize everything comes. Kadosh Baruch Hu, our effort is just to fulfill the condition. As an example, there's a guy who was in jail, right? He was turning a windmill, or he was turning a crank, and he thought that this is what's grinding flour or something accomplishing a purpose. It gave him hayzuk. It gave him strength to keep going. He got to the other side after he came out, and he saw it was empty. But then in the day, he has to realize it's the same thing. We have to fulfill our ishtadut. We do our ishtadut, but it doesn't mean that this ishtadut guards the bracha. Because Baruch Hu gave us the bracha. We have to fulfill the condition. We have to fulfill the condition. And so as a person, one time I told you, he had watches, he was selling watches, and he thought this watch was going to give him parnasah. He never sold the watch. And at the end of the day, someone called him about some random watch in his drawer, and from there he got the parnasah. I did the ishtadut. It doesn't mean my ishtadut gives you the bracha. Baruch Hu, then it gives you the bracha. We just fulfill the condition.